know I got the receipts, girl. You know I got the receipts. Welcome back to the Sweet Pea Diaries. It's your girl Sweet Pea, and I am back with another video. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. And if you are a new subscriber, welcome to the Sweet Pea Diaries. Be sure to like this video, share this video, but most importantly, be sure to subscribe to the channel. All right, so let me know if you can hear. It's probably not as clear as it was because, child, my microphone, my headphones, I ain't even going to tell you what happened. It's a short, somebody been chewing around here. Okay? So now I got to get a new microphone because someone done chewed through my cord. So we already know what that's giving. We know who did that. So, honey, I was just talking and going, and I looked down and it said, "We can't hear you, Sweet Pea." Mr. Evan, okay? But we will take care of it. Yeah, we'll take care of it. But, all right. So, welcome back to the show, you guys. Who's in the chat? Who we got? All right, so we got Vibes Design, my mind. Hey, Monica, my mind. Jam. Hey, Cheryl, Dominique, Dynasty Doll, my mind. Lynn, Life with the Leonard Family, my mind. Shay Bay, the BBK, Denise Ramsey, See Through the Lies. I know that's right. T Goddess, Michelle Brown, Lovely One, Dover Girl, KK, hey girl, Brooklyn, Baltimore, Bama, Nikki Gaines Experience, Natalie, Sephora has a clone. Yes. Soleil 846. Okay. Yes, Evan done took out the cord. The cord is not cording. The microphone was not microphoning. Okay. I was just just going. But I had it, if you had heard what I said, it was good. Okay. We here to talk about TK and what is going to be the result of this lawsuit. What is she going to have to pay Cardi B? Is her channel going to be affected? Is she going to lose her YouTube channel? So we're going to talk about that and then some. You guys remember a few months back when we did the whole video about the summary judgment? So if you haven't been around, we have a lot of new people. We've been covering this case from the very beginning. We've been covering this lawsuit ever since it hit the courts and we learned about it. We've been covering it. We've been pulling the docs and we've been, showing the receipts. All right. The winos and Tasha K dragged me when I found out about this summary judgment. So if you don't know, there has already been a summary judgment issued on this case. If you don't know what a summary judgment is, it is basically a motion that is filed when a defendant or a plaintiff feels as though the other one doesn't have enough evidence. So Cardi B's team, they filed a summary judgment months ago, all right? And they actually won that summary judgment. And what that means is that Tasha K, her evidence and everything that she was presenting so far, the other side felt as though her case couldn't get any stronger. So what we have right now, Judge, and what she has presented right now, we can go ahead and end this. It's a done deal. The judge felt that there were certain elements. Yes, you won. Some, no, not quite so much. We're going to put those before the jury. And that's what we're actually in court for now. Those elements that were not ruled upon in the summary judgment. As for Tasha K, you guys know that she had a counterclaim. She had a counterclaim for $3 million as well as assault against Cardi B. Those were thrown out. So at the moment, Tasha K has nothing that she is standing to gain. There's nothing that she can win. So that's why I keep saying to the audience and people that support Tasha K, there's nothing that she can come back from. It's already been thrown out. All right. In the summary judgment, the judge felt as though intentional emotional infliction, IIED, intentional infliction of emotional distress, those were still some elements that they wanted to put before the jury. But as far as the malice, defamation, slander, those things have been proven. But there were some minor elements that they still wanted to put before the jury. So that's what we're here. The punitive damages, relief that's going to be paid to Cardi, they put that before the jury. So there are elements that they're still going, deciding, all right? Now, we have specific dollar amounts that Cardi B is suing for. We have the psychological, she went to her psychologist. That bill Cardi is asking for. There are some other specific damages, and we're going to cover that today. All right. So we're going to jump into it because we've got a lot of paperwork that I wanted to go over. But I just want to put out the truth. All right. There is no Tasha K is going to win. Tasha has a counterclaim. That's already gone. Been gone months ago. Been thrown out. All right. So we are here really, as it stands, Cardi B is before the jury pleading her case because they're going to decide based off of whatever elements that, the court puts before them. However, whatever they use to determine what the level and the amount will be, that's what the jury is basically deciding based off of the testimony and the evidence. So just because they are on the stand, the Kibis, Tasha K, that doesn't mean that they're pleading their case. They are trying to make a case against Tasha K and her husband that they were negligent, that they knew the information that they put up was a lie when they put it up, that it was malice, that Tasha K's husband, as an owner, as a president, we sent you cease and desist, you didn't take it down, you didn't have any control over anything over there, sir. So those are the reasons that they're on the stand. It's not to plead their case and for them to win anything and for them to do Cardi B in. And oh, we're going to get into that. Tasha K making a joke and laughing and basically being unbothered for her fans on her social media pages, wanting to come across as though none of this is affecting her, which we know that's all a lie. That's a poker face, okay? So we're going to get into that. She says, oh, thank you, Malcolm. I appreciate the compliment. Oh, thank you. Punitive damages can run into the tens of millions. Okay, Michael Jackson. Cardi gonna shut down that channel at the end of the day. Okay. Denise says sending her to jail would be nice as well. Well, they're not going to go to jail over a defamation, but we don't know what's going on, the tax side of things. But, I don't want anybody to go to jail. I wouldn't want to be in jail, so I don't want to wish that on anyone. We don't want anyone to go to jail. See, I'm not a hater. I keep telling y'all that. I don't wish bad on people. I don't want the lady to go to jail because jail is a bad place. And now during COVID, you don't want to be in jail. All right. So, what is Cardi B actually going to gain from this? Well, plaintiff seeks damages for pain and suffering. The measure is the enlightened consciousness of fair and impartial jurors, meaning we got to make sure that we have fair and impartial jurors in order for this to be fair. All right, in order for them to give us a fair and just amount, we can't have impartial jurors. So that's what that statement means. Questions of whether, how much, and how long the plaintiff has suffered or will suffer are for the jury to also decide. Plaintiff seeks $5,980.37 for her treatment expenses from a clinical psychologist. As to medical expenses such as hospital, doctor, and medicine bills, the amount of the damage would be the reasonable value of such expense as was reasonably necessary. So they're saying if anything else was to come of that, if it was a hospital bill, doctor bill, medicine bill, a reasonable amount that anyone would incur from those expenses, we would add that on as well. But a definite bill of $5,980.37 for the psychologist bill. All right. $5,980.37. Okay. Then we move on over into plaintiff also seeks punitive damages which may be awarded where the defendant's actions show willful misconduct, malice, fraud, wantonness, oppression, or entire want of care that would raise the presumption of conscious indifference to consequences. Punitive damages shall be awarded not as compensation, but to punish, penalize, and deter the defendant. So they're saying punitive damages is not because we are awarding this to Cardi B because we want to award her for, what she's been through and we don't want to compensate her for it, but rather we would award punitive damages because we want to punish, penalize, and deter the defendant from going any further with any further accusations against Cardi B for your actions, your wantonness, your oppression, malice, fraud, and misconduct, willful misconduct at that. We are going to punish you and penalize you in the amount of punitive damages. Now, punitive damages in the excess of the statutory limit of $250,000 may be awarded if it is found that a defendant in the case acted or failed to act with a specific intent to cause harm. So they're stating that the allowable amount, the statutory, the excess, the most that they can give is $250,000, and they want that amount to be the least amount considered. So they're stating the excess of $250,000 is what they want them to consider. Okay? Because they're saying this is already out of the box. We already know that she acted willfully, maliciously. That it was misconduct from the start. It was fraud. So they're asking for $250,000 in punitive damages. Plaintiff also seeks the legal fees and expenses that she has incurred in this action. The jury may award expenses of litigation where the plaintiff has specially pleaded them and where the defendant has acted in bad faith, has been stubbornly litigious, or has caused unnecessary trouble and expense. Plaintiff has incurred at least $827,000 in legal fees and expenses through August 2021. The plaintiff continues to incur additional fees and expenses. $827,000 in legal fees. That's just through August. We are now into January 2022. So they're saying this is ongoing. The plaintiff continues to incur additional fees and expenses. So as of August 2021, that bill was $827,000. How much it is today, we can only guess that it is an additional hundreds of thousands of dollars. So we have $827,000, $250,000, and then a little almost $6,000. Okay, let that sink in. Okay, let that sink in. And we still do not know the amount of the punitive damages, because they can add more onto the $250,000 as well as the additional legal fees. So that's just a small ballpark figure. We at what, $1 million plus? We at $1 million plus. That's not including the bill for the additional attorney fees that have been incurred through January of 2022. And just in case the girls want to say that Tasha's case was not thrown out, here is the receipt for that. For the foregoing reason, plaintiff's motion for partial summary judgment is granted. As to defendant Kibi's assault and intentional infliction of emotional distress claims, which was the $3 million that she asked for, consequently, defendant Kibi's punitive damages and attorney fees claims are also dismissed. Additionally, plaintiff's motion for summary judgment is denied as to plaintiff's claims. So really, when they said denied, it was the claims that we are now in front of the jury for. But part of this summary judgment was granted, and we have the video. You have to go and find that. We're not going to discuss that. That is a whole nother video in itself. All right. But Tasha K, her counterclaim, it was thrown out months ago. This was in July of 2021. All right. So Tasha K stands to have to pay upwards of $1 million for defamation. So when people say that this is not that serious, this is definitely serious. When they say Tasha is not bothered, she is definitely bothered. I don't know who would want to pay out $1 million. And I don't care if she's not going to have, well, that's just what is being considered. They don't have to award that. I wouldn't want to be in any type of conversation where it is a possibility that I have to pay $1 million. Just don't want to be involved in any type of situation where I have to possibly pay that kind of money. That's not anything to sneeze at. And then to laugh and put up posts that you want to insinuate that you made Cardi cry. We have the Instagram post with her with the emojis of crying emoji and the wine glasses, and she's posted up in a little yellow, like, girl, no. You made Cardi cry. You didn't make Cardi cry. That narrative that she made Cardi cry. Cardi was emotional, thinking and talking about what you put her through. You didn't make her cry as though you some tough girl in court. You made someone cry in court. No, Cardi cried and was emotional. That's a normal reaction that anyone would have had when they're discussing and talking about possibly being suicidal and, you know, being put through anxiety and all of that the winos and you yourself put Cardi B through during that time. Not being able to have sex with your husband, you know, feeling like you're not worthy of your child. She was being taken back to those times when she was feeling like that. Girl, you didn't make Cardi B cry on the stand. But you'll go ahead and take that narrative. You know, you'll let people push that because you want people to assume that you're not bothered and you're a bully and I made her cry. No, ma'am. That was just an icing on the cake for the jury to rack up those charges and to say, yep, you're going to pay it. I don't know why you would think that that's a plus, that her crying on the stand, that's a bad look for you. That makes the jury sympathize with Cardi B. So the crying on the stand, that was very good. That's a good witness. That's a good thing on Cardi B's behalf. You didn't do anything. Nothing to make her cry. Girl, she was thinking about all that shit you put her through. That's what she was thinking about. All right. So we do know that Tasha K definitely knows how to play that poker face very well. But honey, this right here, $1 million, honey, we have $5,980.37 for treatment expenses for the clinical psychologist. Then we have $250,000 for punitive damages. And then we have $827,000 in legal fees, and that is just up through August 2021. That's not where we are today. I'm pretty sure that's going to be an additional at least 100 grand. An additional 100 grand tacked on to that. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And then some ask, well, will YouTube take her channel? Will YouTube snatch her platform? Will they snatch her edges? Well, YouTube, like I explained, they don't have anything to do with this lawsuit. They're not the ones that are suing Tasha K. However, if the attorneys, if they ask for that and that is brought before the judge and during the ruling and they decide that, yes, that's going to be awarded, they're going to remove the channel, then that's what would happen. That paperwork will come from the attorneys, your legal representative, because that's what YouTube says. You have to have that presented to them from your legal representative. So Cardi B, she would submit that to YouTube and then the channel will be removed based off of the court order. But usually YouTube, they stay out of a lawsuit between two parties because YouTube is not actually the one being sued. But if there is a court order that demands that the channel be removed, it absolutely will be removed. Now, what I do have and what I do know is that in the summary judgment, when all is said and done, they are stating that defendant Kibi and her partners, agents, representatives, successors, assignees, employees, and any other persons in active participation with defendant Kibi and each of her executors, administrators, subsidiaries, parents, affiliates, divisions, co-venturers, directors, employees, agents, shareholders, managers, and any and all other persons corporations, or other entities acting under the supervision, direction, control, or on behalf of any of the foregoing of each of them, none of these people, basically anybody associated with Tasha K, will not be allowed to broadcast, publish, disseminate, make any videos, publish any statements that the plaintiff has or has ever had herpes, HPV, that the plaintiff used snow, that the plaintiff engaged in a debasing act with a beer bottle, and that the plaintiff committed infidelity, or that the plaintiff was a prostitute. So you will have to remove any videos that are pertaining to those topics. You are not allowed to speak ill of Cardi B in that way. Now, does that mean she cannot talk about Cardi B anymore? She will not be permitted from speaking about Cardi B just like any other blogger or any other YouTuber. But making malicious statements pertaining to those, because we know she likes to say that she has HPV, herpes, and call her, you know, herpes B, and say that she's cheating, all of those things, she won't be able to do that anymore at all. If so, she will be in contempt of court, and now she's in trouble. And anyone that is associated with her will not be able to make those statements. Okay, so we know, yes, you have rights like any other YouTuber. You can talk about her in a celebrity capacity, but those specific narratives, you will not be able to push them anymore. And people say, well, the videos are still up. Well, she's in court right now. She's not taking them down. She's not going to remove those videos until she cannot keep them up any longer. Why? Because it's revenue. Because we get paid every 21st on YouTube, every 21st. So she keeping them videos up as long as she can, which is why they have not been removed. People say, why are they still up? Why is she still talking about Cardi B? Because she's still actively in a lawsuit, and the gavel has not, you know what I mean? The order has not come down yet. So she can legally, she still can have them up. She still can talk, but she only did what? Make matters worse for herself, because they continued to ask for videos while she was in this lawsuit. Give us the current material, published and non-published, which only helped Cardi B's case. You've been talking about me since 2019. The jury is looking at that. You're in an active lawsuit, and yet you continue to talk about Cardi B. So this didn't do anything but worsen Tasha's case. Only reason the videos is up. 1, poker face. 2, I want to come across as though I don't care. 3, you're not going to make me do what I said I'm not going to do. I'm Tasha K. I'm motherfucking Tasha K. I do what I do. I leave the videos up. Ain't nobody going to take, maybe you're going to pay to take these videos down. You're going to pay. Ain't nobody gonna tell me to take my motherfucking, this my motherfucking channel. Ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do. I ain't losing my goddamn channel. All of that. That's why those videos are up. But when the videos, when it's time for that, when that order, you're gonna have to take them down. So that's the only reason we see her doing what she does. She's in the lawsuit, and you can't really make her take anything down until that paperwork is in order. Yes, I know the judge is going to lay into her after the verdict, and you know what, that's going to be interesting. That's a very interesting statement, because you guys know usually when a court case is done, that's what the judge usually makes a statement. So I can't wait to see what the judge is going to say to Tasha K. Because Judge Ray, he already been wanting to lay into her. He been laying into her attorneys every chance he got. And I even saw a little itty bitty receipt. Even up until October of this year, there was still a possibility of settlement. They were still encouraging Tasha K to settle. They were still encouraging her. And what would have been there? See, now, the whole settlement term, It would have been a settlement on Tasha K's part. Wouldn't have been a settlement on Cardi B's part. It would have been, how much are you going to pay Cardi B? The settlement offer is not for Cardi B to settle with Tasha to give her anything, to make any type of deal with her. It would have been for Tasha K to make a deal with Cardi. How much are you willing to take for me to make this go away? Cardi, it's no amount of money that Tasha K can give Cardi B, which is why there's no settlement. Tasha first of all, there's no interest in her to settle because it makes this go out for the blogs. And we're going to get into that, honey. The news articles and the mainstream news, they're not even saying Tasha K's name. What happened to TMZ and all these major outlets that were supposed to be pulling up at the courthouse, Tasha, when you had this court case? You said everybody was supposed to be TMZ, everybody. You dragged me for filth. How you get I ain't gonna get a Sweet Pea Diaries. Who the hell? What's your Jerry? Drag me, and you said, I'll give it to TMZ before. Where's TMZ? They don't even want to say your name. They said blogger, YouTuber. Nobody even wants to give you any credit or give you any light. They don't even want to drive any people over to your platform. So they're not even giving you that attention. I ain't even giving you that credit. Not even mentioning your YouTube channel. Not even mentioning who you are. I seen one article where they said defending Kibi, Latasha Kibi, and still and yet they didn't even mention what your YouTube channel was. They keep referring to you as a blogger. Was nobody out there but a YouTuber and paparazzi. She got the nerve to put on her Instagram paparazzi. That was not a paparazzi. That was a YouTuber with his phone asking you, can he get a comment? And you gonna look back at Sadir. Like he's supposed to be your spokesperson. Sadir, oh, no questions. He just go pulling his little suitcase. No questions. Like you some big time celebrity. Girl, no one is checking for you. No one's checking for you. They're not even covering this lawsuit. Major news networks, they could care less. Because everyone knows that's what you wanted. They know that's why you were baiting Cardi B. So they're not even giving you what you want at this point. Everybody can recognize that it was a clout chase. They said, no, man, we're not giving this blogger lady what she wants. No, not at the expense of Cardi B. Not at the expense of Cardi B. So I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see what the judge has to say to Tasha K, because they encourage you to go ahead and pay Cardi, settle, and get and just be done with this. But you wanted to take it out there because you wanted to be in the press. You wanted to be still in the limelight. You wanted to keep your name attached to Cardi B. But this is not going to do nothing but further show anyone that might have wanted to do any type of business with that you cannot be trusted. You can't, no celebrity want to sit next to you or do any business with you because you can't be trusted. You didn't do anything but hurt your brand, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. But who am I? That's just my opinion. It's my opinion. Oh, that was choke, no joke. I know that's right. I would have used it for content too. D-Love said it ain't hard to figure out who the blogger is since all the other bloggers on YouTube is talking about it. Yeah, of course, I'm not saying that it is hard to figure it out. We know that it's not hard to figure out. But I'm just saying, they could at least mention when you're talking about two people in an article, usually you mention both sides. Don't you mention who the people are? They didn't give her any credit, period. Okay? You're in a lawsuit with Cardi B. They didn't give Tasha K any credit. They said a YouTuber, all right? They wouldn't even refer to her. All right. In my opinion, that's them recognizing a clout chase. We're not giving her what she wants. She wanted attention. Period. Right. So as far as her channel being at risk, I'm going to say if her channel was at risk, it would have been at risk a long time ago for all of the salacious activity that's taking place on that channel. YouTube, it's a very fine line with what YouTube allows and does not allow. While we see the content as it's lies, It's tabloid style, it's sensational, and we know that she's lying on people. YouTube doesn't see it like that. They don't know what she's going through to get these stories, all right? Like I said, if Cardi B's team, if that's what they asked the judge in the ruling, that they want the channel to be taken down, then that's what would have to happen. They have to submit that paperwork to YouTube, and YouTube will remove the channel. In my opinion, do I believe that her channel is going to be removed? No. I don't believe that they're going to remove her channel. I don't think that Cardi B's team, and this is just Cardi, because I can see the type of woman that Cardi B is. She didn't want to ruin Tasha. She didn't want to take Tasha K down and affect her livelihood. Even in this moment, even with her going through what she going through, I still don't believe that she wants to take down Tasha K and, you know, take away her livelihood. She just wants her, leave me alone, leave me and my family alone. Now, I want you to pay me my money because this is what you took me through, and absolutely, judge, find in my favor because you got me here and this is where we are. However, I don't think that they're going to ask for her channel to be removed. They're just going to ask for the videos to be taken down and that they leave their client alone. That's just my opinion. You know, that's my opinion. In my opinion, I don't believe that they're going to remove her channel. Tasha totally crossed the line on not only the lies, but digging into people's private life. Yes. Melissa says it should be removed because it's a problem with Cardi's image. True. But like I said, it would be, you have to understand that the whole platform is not about Cardi. Now, if the entire platform was about Cardi B, then yes, now we say it's a lot of videos about Cardi B. It's a lot of times that she was doing a video about something else and we got on Cardi B. Yeah, we see that. That's what they used as evidence. That's how Cardi is winning her case. But her whole channel is not devoted to Cardi B. If it was that, then yeah, they would, yes, they would take that whole channel down. But she has other content on there. This is her means of livelihood. You know, it's a business. You know, at the end of the day, they're going to look at those type of things. I don't think that Cardi B's team is going to ask for the channel to be removed. Their interest is that the videos come down. Tasha K retract her statements. Now, what I do believe, in order to make it right in a sense, they're going to ask her to issue a retraction statement. I believe that that is what Cardi B's team would ask the judge to make Tasha do. Not remove the channel, but remove those videos and issue a retraction. Issue a statement stating that Cardi B did not have herpes, HPV. She didn't do any of these things that I accused her of, and I'm retracting my statements publicly. That's what I believe would happen. Okay? The channel is going to be affected when those videos come down because it's over 4.5 million views, just the one video. Not to mention all the other videos and the views that are attached to those as well. So financially, it's a big hit. I don't know why people think that this woman is such a multi-millionaire. We do not make that much money on YouTube. A Pangea endorsement is not that, though that's a little independent company. I don't understand why everyone feels this woman is filthy rich where she can afford to pay millions of dollars. It's just not realistic. We are YouTubers. This is not a multi-million-dollar industry with just a few thousands of subscribers, even 1 million subscribers. You're not doing it big like that. You're not getting ahead of the game as people really think. Okay. Now, when you're getting into, you have people paid promotional commercials on your show from outside sources that are big names, household names, advertisers. That's when you're getting into some money. But when you've got little side deals with a Pangea and a, you know, current debit card, everyone has current debit card. Is like Rush card. That's a prepaid Visa card. Anybody can advertise. I mean, even a little smaller YouTuber like me can get current on my, you know, to do as an endorsement. Like if I had an agent or someone working with me, I could get them to get me a current paid promotion partnership. Like that's not hard. Okay. You're not in the big leagues until you have like 10 million subscribers. and you're getting millions of views a day, that's when you're making millions of dollars. But hundreds of thousands of views, no ma'am. 200K views, no ma'am. 200K views, you might get like 600. It all depends. You know what I mean? Like, you have to have multiple videos doing big numbers all at the same time. I'm a YouTuber, so I know how it works. I know definitely how it works, okay? Right, Kate says her legal team says it all, okay? Bode Shush says YouTube is the platform, TK is just a channel amongst billions. Right. All right, so that is basically where we have it. You know, as we saw, court is not scheduled to reconvene until the 18th, until next week. But I just wanted, everyone was asking me, you know, Sweet Pea, what is it, you know, how much is she gonna have to pay, you know, how's this going to affect her channel? And so I just wanted to show, you know, those damages. We have $5,980.37 in the psychologist's fee, and that's just for that tab. And then we have $250,000 for punitive damages, and then we have $827,000 for legal fees. Okay, so that's where we are. We're almost at 1.5, you know, almost. I'm going to say before this is all over with, it's probably going to be about 1.5 million, because we still don't have the legal fees from September to now, because that is just from till August. So the 827,000 is just up into August 2021. Those are just the expenses Cardi incurred up until that moment. So what about all the rest? All right. The BBK, thank you for that $4.99. He says, great commentary, Sweet Pea. Thank you for always bringing solid info. No problem. That's what I do. That's what I do over her. I try to bring the receipts, you guys. I try to back up, you know, what I say with the receipt, because I always like proof. Show me proof, okay? You talking about some 827K. I need to see that. Shut! Where's the money? How are we going to pay for this? I don't know, Tasha. I told you to leave alone. Turn off that camera. Turn off that camera. Turn that camera off. I know somebody told me that she was live and she put the camera on him and he went off telling her to turn the camera off, and then she turned off. I mean, don't get mad at her now. What you snapping and getting upset for now? You should have been put your foot down around there down to KB Studios. All right? Should have been put your foot down. All right, and then, you know, I did see the little tea that's going on. I wanted to address that too in this video. I did see the little back and forth between Storm and Tasha and the whole little camp over there. And Tasha said that she's in court, so she can't look at her phone. I mean, girl, we all know you can't look at your phone in court. So I don't even know why you had to say that. All right, but I did see the little, you know, what's going on over there. And I'm like, where is Tasha getting all these young people? First of all, you're 40 years old. Why do you have all these young people around you? You went and got Storm. Now you got Chelsea. You move these people from out of state and you bring them into your home for what? For them to, I mean, they're working for you, but you're way too invested and involved in their personal life. Why do you know what's going on with your employee and who she's dating? Why are you calling your other employee, asking him to move him in and move her boyfriend in? Now you have to put in a policy to stop your employee from sleeping with the guests, from sleeping with the people you're interviewing. You have to put a fraternization policy in place. This girl should know not to be sleeping with the help and not to be sleeping down there with people you're doing business with. You shouldn't have to put a policy in place. Now that tells me right there about these policies. We know that the Kiwis, they have these businesses and their paperwork is not in order. You just further solidify that you don't have an HR policy. You don't have no paperwork for your employees, rules and regulations. You're just down there forming businesses, getting LLCs and calling it a corporation, calling it a studio. You get on the camera and tell us you got multiple locations. We don't know that. Far as we know, you're still doing videos in your basement like everyone else is doing videos in their home. What's wrong with that? See, this is what's wrong with people like Tasha and a lot of these YouTubers. They want you to believe that they're rich and famous. I don't know why people believe that YouTubers are rich celebrities. We are normal, everyday people just like you. Tasha K has thousands of subscribers. It's true. That's just a number. 1 million subscribers don't equal $1 million. All right. YouTubers are entertainers. This is just a outlet. It's a social media platform. It's not a network. It's not a major contract. You're working for YouTube. You're getting YouTube rich. At the end of the day, YouTube is the one making all the money. We just getting a little piece of the pie. And it ain't even a little piece. We getting a little crumb of the pie. So you're down there, around there, while you at court, your employees and you people that supposed to be working for you, they down there going crazy. Now you want to put the boy T out there talking about he's DL, he's sleeping with Jeffrey and he's cloaking for the other DL man. You knew all of this when you bought that boy there, because it was rumors of that when you were interviewing his ex and all of the restraining orders and everything that this man got. All of the restraining orders that this man got. It leads me to believe, why does he have these restraining orders against these women? You know why? Because when they find out his tea, he be ready to go upside their head. He be ready to go upside their head. When they find out that he's DL and that he's creeping and sleeping with men, and it ain't nothing wrong with it. If that's what you do. But one thing that Tasha K said that I agreed with, he's around there putting all these women at risk, putting people at risk with this lifestyle he's living. And if you creeping and sleeping with Jeffree Star, we know how he get down. He's into orgies. He's into flying people out and got everybody sleeping with everybody in these big old king size beds. So that's one thing that she did say that I agreed with. You know, you're being DL and all of that, and you're putting other women at risk, innocent women at risk. But it's giving, she is too young. Chelsea is too young to be trying to entertain anything like that. She should just be doing her work and working and doing what she got to do. She shouldn't be trying to entertain. And then you had him go live with Storm. Storm just brings him in. Didn't know him just because you vouched for him. He goes and lives there. You put Storm at risk knowing what kind of person this was. So honey, that whole camp, Tasha got a lot going on over there, and I know probably lost a lot of people with that. But if you watch Tasha and you watch Storm, or if you're in these YouTube streets, then you know exactly who I'm talking about and what I'm talking about and what it is giving. I'm not touching on and getting all involved in it, but it's just a big old mess. And I said, Tasha, you got to focus on court. Honey, you're getting ready. I don't know if you're going to even be able to pay them people around there before it's all said and done. Are you going to be able to cut them checks? Is payroll going to clear? I mean, it's about to be $1 million coming up out that account. Is payroll going to clear? All right? Honey, is payroll going to clear? And I see a comment. Someone says Chelsea is not too young. She's 25. Listen. I agree. She is 25. You're old enough to tango. You know, you old enough to play. And, you know, then you grown. I get it. But at the end of the day, she's young and she ain't all the way, you know, like life experience. Some of these girls are in their 20s, is true, and they want to be grown, but life experience is the best teacher. You mean to tell me you couldn't spot? Let me tell you something. At 43, I could spot a man, and there's just some things that you're doing that I would be able to know. You're not going to be able to get the DL thing across on me. First of all, there's just topics and there's just a way about you and things that you're doing that's showing me that you're not all the way a straight man. What straight man? What other straight man? I mean, why would you be entertaining going into a sex store with another man and kikiing and some of the topics and things that you're talking about? That's just not straight men activity. You know what I mean? Like, it just some things that you doing, then you in the bed with me and you looking up Tinder. Like, no, it's just certain things that you doing that, I can sense it, you know. But her being young and her not having life experience is what I'm saying, okay? She fell for the okie doke. And then a lot of times when somebody put it down, you're young, they put it down in the bed and just throw your whole wig cap back by you being young. You know, older women and women that are a little bit more experienced, that might not affect them. But when you're younger, those type of things have an effect on you, you know. So, honey, they down there just carrying. They down there carrying while mama's away. The goose will play, all right? But y'all better get on them and be concerned about y'all mammy because, honey, them checks might not clear. Them checks might not clear. Y'all better be concerned more about that. Tasha said, I ain't got time. I ain't got time. I ain't got time to be worrying about y'all. Don't you see I'm down here? Don't you see I'm in court? I'm in court. Cardi got me in court. I'm down here trying to figure out how I'm going to pay for this water bill. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to pay for this water bill. I got all this coming out. I got to pay for lawyers' fees. I got to pay punitive damages. And the goddamn water bill. And the light bill. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the light bill. Cardi said, yes, we skipping all the way to the back. Gotcha, mommy gonna get you some chicken necks. Mommy gonna get you some chicken necks and a Birkin bag. Come on, baby, come on. You know what? You know what? I was thinking what I'm going to do. I'm going to take that little 827K. I'm going to make Katja a new playroom. We're going to have Birkin bags. We're going to have Barbies. Baby, do you want a new Barbie house? You want the new Barbie house? Yes, that's what mommy thinking. She said, come on, Katja. Come on, baby. Mommy got the chicken necks. Katja was tearing up that chicken bone, honey. I said, that is a black baby. Through and through. Through and through, honey. But Tasha going down there and get your kids, get your children. Storm, he don't know what he want to do. And, you know, I was watching Storm and I said, sometimes he gets me. And when are y'all going to realize this man don't with y'all? He tell you time and time and time again, but black women, this is what we do. We love hard and we protect and we just want to take them in. But this man keep telling you that he don't F with y'all. He don't mess with black people. He said if he was ever going to be with a man, it was not going to be with a black man. It was going to be with a white man. He said with their 2 Asian children. See, I listen. I've been told y'all. I told y'all in a video months ago. When I first, not too long ago, got on YouTube, I told you about Storm Monroe. Told you about that brother. He does not like black people. He doesn't like himself. He was ridiculed and bullied his whole life. It's giving he doesn't even like who he is. So he don't like other black people because they bullied him and they, you know, ridiculed him as a kid. They teased him about his looks and how he, you know, his clothes and shoes. Y'all remember? Y'all remember I did that whole video, broke that whole thing down. And he just said it again. He don't mess with y'all. And he said he don't care about nobody but himself. And Tasha got him around there. Tasha got him around there. He got up under Tasha, learned the secret of success. Said, I'm going to get everything I can get out of you, but I don't care nothing about nobody but myself. He said, when y'all going to figure that out? I'm surprised you don't know that by now. Honey, you couldn't be around me. Tasha, he looked right in the camera and told you he don't give 2 F's about you. Black women still be tuning in. Still be tuning in. Still be watching. And this man done say he do not like black folk. Said, I don't know. If I was to be with a man, I would never be with a nigga. I would never be with a nigga. He said it not. He would never be with a nigga. I would be with a white man, he said, being paid by the pool all day with 2 Asian children. Like, all of that. He said all the colorists, all of the stigma. it was all wrapped up in one. Like, really? That's what you think about your own people? You don't even want to sit next to them. You think that going and being with a white man with 2 Asian kids, adopted kids, what? That's the fantasy you got. But this is a heterosexual man, though. Okay? Straight men don't talk like that. Straight men don't talk like that. They don't fantasize about what kind of man they would be with and that they would go get kids and adopt. But straight men don't talk like that. And he said if he was to be gay, he would be bi. Okay? Okay. 2B, thank you, 2B. Thank you for the super chat. She says, you funny girl. Love the rumba song. Honey, that's our baby. That's Cardi B. Kacha, go get your chicken neck. Mommy got it. Mommy got all the money. We just got Tasha K money. Go get your chicken neck, baby. We can get a whole carton of chicken necks. Child, honey, I mean, nobody talks like that. Like, if Renee said straight men sure don't talk like that. Okay. Chelsea said by himself. Esther said if he's heterosexual, I'm a white woman named Dolly. I know that's right. Because, honey, it is not, it's giving, I just don't want to. And see, a lot of people don't understand this. Tasha is very, very homophobic. She don't like gay men, okay? She don't want them around her, okay? She don't. So Storm is afraid to come out because of that. He don't want her to think that he's gay because he feels that she would cut him off. But now he's starting to smell himself because you know that saying when you know you getting grown and you start smelling yourself. Well, he's starting to smell himself because he's a little successful. And I keep telling y'all, I don't care what you say. YouTube don't pay like that. So all this getting houses and got all this money and cars and getting little teeth done and all that, you're not making that kind of money off YouTube, bro. You just told on yourself and said you be paying. You believe in selling your body. Did you? He said that. I believe in selling my body. So I would be being paid for what I do. So it's giving, that's how you getting flued out. That's why you always somewhere, you always running off, talking about you about to be on a hiatus for about 6 months. You about to be booed up and paid for about 6 months. With your little white man that you always shouting out on the sneak tip, your little white sugar daddies that you go off and get paid. Honey, you gotta watch. Let me tell y'all about these DL men and these men that are really gay for pay. Just like a Vine and the other dude they mentioned, these men be gay for pay, all right? And a lot of times they don't want people to know that they don't want to come out because they're really not trying to live that lifestyle. They just need the money. They just want to get with the men for money. They all right to do it for money. Like Storm said, I'd be paid. I believe in selling my body. Okay? I believe in selling my body. Those were his words, not mine. Tasha, you got people down there talking about tricking and everything. Girl, are you paying these people? Girl, you got them down there talking about tricking down to the Kiwi Studios. You got one in there, he trying to tell the girl she need to get a BBL. Then you got one down there tricking out the basement. Girl, are you paying these people? You said Chelsea make all this money. You pay her very well. But she was sleeping on an air mattress. She couldn't buy a bed straight out as soon as she got the apartment. She couldn't furnish the apartment. She had to be in an air mattress. Child, are you paying these people? Tasha, it's giving the checks aren't cashing. The checks aren't checking. The cash is not cashing. Child, what are they doing down there? The Kiwi Studios. Check that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What is going on? What did I sign up for? What is this? What is this? What is this? What is going on around here? What is it? What is it? Fuck it. I'm going to the titty bar. I'm going to the titty bar. I can't deal with this. I don't know. I got one downstairs. He's checking out at the house. I got this upstairs. She's talking about Cardi B, Cardi B, Cardi B. I don't know. I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here. I'm going. I'm getting out of here. I'm going. I want a divorce. I'm good. Child. The checks aren't checking, girl. The cash finna check through the courts. Right. Child, Coach White, honey, buying pink. Was it a Sealy air mattress? Those the good kind, girl. Those the good kind. He going to the titty bar with Storm, child. Going to the titty bar. I can't do it. I'm sick of this. I told you to leave Cardi B alone. Now we're broke. We don't have nothing. I don't know what I'm going to do with these businesses. They talking about paying taxes. Now we have to pay the taxes. We're not going to have anything. Child, you better get that money together. Cardi say, run me my check. I want that $820,000. I want that. Matter of fact, we don't even have to really. I'm just being petty with that psychologist bill. Just give me that little. And then she had it. Let me show you how she got it, y'all. They ain't even rounded up the 6K. They put $5,980.37. Give me my 37 cents. I want my 37 cents, and it better not be in dimes. I want me a goddamn quarter. I want me a damn dime, a nickel, and 2 goddamn pennies. I want my 37 cents. Matter of fact, I done gave you 47 cents. Give me my quarter, my dime, and my 2 pennies. It better not be right. The math is not math. Shut up, Courtney. Shut up, Courtney. The math is not mathing. I said 47 cents, girl. I meant a quarter, a dime, and 2 pennies. Run me, and it better not be in all dimes. I want my goddamn money. Give me my 37 cents now. Give me my 37 cents. They ain't even put it up to 6,000. They said, give me my 37 cents, and I want it now. I want it now. I want it now. Girl, woo. Tasha K, get it together, girl. Get that stuff together. I don't know what you're going to have to do, honey, but you talking about you going down there and you be down there feeding people for Thanksgiving and all, honey. I don't even know if you're going to be able to, Tasha like a good oodles and noodles, and she like a good ramen every now and then. She can, I ain't cooking nothing. Go over there and make some goddamn oodles and noodles. I ain't cooking a damn thing. You better clean up them oodles and noodles. Child, she said, give me them goddamn, go and eat them goddamn oodles and noodles. We're not getting no damn DoorDash. We can't afford it. Uber Eats. Uber Eats. We can't afford no damn Uber Eats. DoorDash. We can't afford no goddamn DoorDash. Y'all better go on and heat up some oodles and noodles. Child, yeah, she like a little good ramen every now and then. You guys, I love you. This has been another edition of the Sweet Pea Diaries. We will keep you informed of what's going on with this court case. I figured I'd come through, give you a little light but right comedy tonight. It's a Friday night. You guys go ahead and do what you do. Go ahead and return to your scheduled activities and programs. Whatever you're doing on this Friday evening, you probably drinking, smoking, whatever y'all out there doing. But I hope I was able to entertain you for a little bit. Put a smile on your face. Thank you for being here. I love you, but I got to go. Bye, y'all. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boy. Check the mic, make sure it sound right.